An open letter to the President-elect of the United States, November 30th, 2024. Honorable Donald J. Trump. Dear Mr. President-elect, I write on behalf of the people of the state of Southern Cameroon, but I must first congratulate you on your massive victory in the just held elections of your country. The US remains a model to the world, and your victory remains the greatest comeback in American history. We remember that in 1776, the great Thomas Jefferson from the great state of Virginia, together with four other men, wrote the Declaration of Independence for the 13 United States after highlighting 27 grievances against King George III of the United Kingdom. As Southern Cameroonians, we have come up with tens of genuine grievances and can come up with over 100 more compelling ones against the state of the Republic of Cameroon. To us and to hundreds of millions of people from that side of the world, you are a bearer of color. There is an African saying that he who brings color brings peace, and we recognize and applaud your significant role in promoting world peace during your first term in office. The first US president in modern times to start no new wars and to significantly end existing ones. This means a lot to us because for over 8 years now, the Republic of Cameroon has been waging an unjust war against the loving and democratic people of Southern Cameroon. You had an opportunity to experience this war by yourself during your first term in office, and you actually took some measures to punish the rogue state for gross violations of human rights, which has continued till date. You terminated the Republic of Cameroon's partnership in the trade deal AGOA. You cut down on military aid to the state, and you publicly called for the end of dictatorships during your address to the United Nations General Assembly, and for this we say thank you. It should be noted that both states are being ruled by a dictator who wouldn't leave power despite the fact that he is mentally and physically incapacitated as he struggles in his 90s. While recognizing the disaster at the southern border of the United States, while understanding your intention to massively deport illegals, and while acknowledging that lots of illegals are being an enormous burden to the United States in all forms, please permit me make the case for my fellow Southern Cameroonians and for millions of other genuine asylees. We understand that it's not the United States' responsibility to absorb and take care of such an outrageous number of refugees, but we beg of you to temper justice with mercy. We beg of you to revisit the 1951 Convention on the Protection of Refugees, which you are a signatory to. My people and I are genuinely seeking refuge from the raging war back home and from political persecution. We are willing to go back home, but home is not ready to accommodate us at the moment. As the biggest deal broker in the world today, we see your strong commitment in resolving the Ukraine-Russia war and the Israel-Palestine war, which is not much different from what we are experiencing. The war we are experiencing is the second most neglected humanitarian crisis in the world, as reported by the Norwegian Refugee Council in 2023. And it is my strong belief that the United States can play a pivotal role in the resolution of this conflict. Despite numerous efforts to get the Republic of Cameroon into negotiations with the aggrieved people, they have been adamant and insist on prosecuting the unwinnable war with gross human rights violations, non-respect of rules of combat, and a disregard of other international laws. The Republic of Cameroon till date is illegally holding the leaders of the people of Ambazonia, despite the fact that the Abuja Federal High Court of Nigeria has ordered for their return to Nigeria, where they were legally residing and from where they were illegally extradited. Peace crusaders like Abdul Karim Ali have been illegally detained. Recently, Norway arrested one of the people's leaders as well and is still holding him in violation of their laws. We recognize the significant role Norway played in brokering the Oslo Accords, which had the US as the main mediator, and demand that it does the same in our case and not take the side of the persecutor. In order to force the Republic of Cameroon to the dialogue table, we beg that your administration impose sanctions and use whatever means necessary to see this outcome. Having your administration mediate negotiations between these two warring parties will be very much appreciated. We wish that this happens as soon as possible and not be left to degenerate into another Gaza. We appreciate the US for receiving and accommodating tens of thousands of Southern Cameroonians and acknowledge that it is a privilege to have been housed by the greatest nation on earth, but would like to go back home when we can guarantee our lives and liberty. Like the great Thomas Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We too, as Southern Cameroonians, hold these truths and deserve these privileges. In our time here, we pledge to respect the law and be of good conduct. We wish you and your administration well and pray in a very particular way for your success. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
I'm unconventional like my all-time favorite President Trump. We owe you no explanation.
Fearlessly speaking out like Donald Trump without sugarcoating. Of course, I'm no bullshit taker.
President Trump invited the Taliban to the United States to talk peace.